That's the thing. And I think that's what it's really about. Like acknowledging, okay, that's your belief. That's your
That's your
spiritual walk.
timeline.
For you, maybe in this life, this is what you are meant to learn. You know what I mean? This is what you're meant to experience. As for me and my household,
Right. Yeah. There you go, churchy again.
you know what I mean? Like
There
I'm
you go,
good.
churchy again.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm good without
That's
the
a t-shirt.
struggle.
As for me and my household, I'm good. Isn't there something the Bible say you can't be
Listen,
changing the scriptures? You
listen.
can't be changing
It's
stuff
all
to
the
you.
word, isn't
As
it?
for me and
It's
my household, we
words.
good.
It's words.
Nowhere does King James say that. I promise you.
Listen, Tia James.
All right, I have some place I want to start.
Let's go.
All right, so you know how we've been talking about everything, everywhere, all at once.
Love it.
Okay,
Love
so
that show.
for context,
Movie.
actually, yeah, I have to explain to people. So if you have not seen Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, it is an amazing movie that really goes into quantum mechanics, quantum physics. If you want to understand multiple universes and parallel lifetimes and stuff like that in a very fun way, you got to watch this movie. All right, cool. That's that.
Amazing.
So there's this part of Everything Everywhere All at Once. So you guys who know it, you know this, where every time they got ready to make a timeline jump, they did something crazy, like they picked the gum up underneath the desk
Yeah.
and would eat the gum or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was getting some downloads about that a couple of weeks ago, and you and I have been talking about that. That you know, it's a real thing.
It is.
Meaning, you know, I believe that when we want to make timeline jumps, you have to do something completely random. I don't want to say random, spontaneous. What are we looking for?
Uncommon.
Yeah. You have to do something uncommon that you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah. Out of
Okay.
the norm.
Out of the norm. Okay. You know, me and you've been trying to make this jump for a minute to our next, whatever that looks
Oh
like for us.
gosh. So long.
Right. So we're trying to. It hasn't been so long, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
But we're trying to jump to our what's next. We're waiting to jump to our what's next. We're on our way. Are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it.
I'm seeing it. So one of the ways that I'm making the jump in my timeline is I'm getting rid of old clothes. You'll be happy to know
Thank
this.
you, God.
Okay. So
There is a God.
again, for context, I am a sun sign Pisces. Y'all understand? We are very loyal to things that we love. Hands down. Have I, babe? You understand? Remember, my favorite Chinese food is still in New Jersey to this day.
Listen.
I get the same thing that I've been getting since I was in 5th grade.
Faithful to the end.
Okay? So I don't know what you want. If I love something, I love it. I love my socks. I love my sneakers. I love my shirts with the holes in and the whole 9 yards. However, not but, and I feel like we need to make some jumps. So I'm getting rid of some of my clothes. I'm starting
Including the slides.
hold on. I want to do this publicly. All right.
What?
I want to show these are my favorite slides. Okay.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
I have been wearing these since, South Carolina. We have a lot of happy memories. Do you see this cushion?
Yeah.
I don't remember when you got this. Had to have been 2017, 2018. I don't know what year we're in,
I think
but
it was
these
Father's Day.
Okay, whatever. We have been through a lot. But I need to make some jumps, so I'm having a funeral. If I could cue some sad music right now.
They can be dustpans.
I'm saying,
Check out the front.
No,
Like,
these things are faithful.
how is that possible?
These are faithful. These have been faithful.
Oh my God.
And I hate to.
I don't think that's what the what the creator
Okay,
intended.
let me say something real quick.
Yes.
I did not know that these looked this bad until you said something.
Yeah,
Like you pulled me into your quantum universe. And
you're guilty of that, of not knowing.
In my quantum universe, these things were perfect. And then all of a sudden when she pointed out, then all of a sudden I see it.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
It's real.
It's crazy.
Real.
It should
blind eye.
Well, this is how you see my shoes. You don't see my shoes like this, but it's okay. Either way, guys,
everybody
this
see
will
your
be
shoes
the last
like that.
day. And I'm making myself publicly accountable.
Thank you.
No more going to the supermarket. No
I got
more.
receipts.
I'm saying goodbye. Thank you for your
Goodbye.
service.
So can I
Sure.
well, before I do this, I want you to know that above all,
You
these
want my best
shoes
good.
are loved. At the core and
Gonna make me
essence
cry.
of the slide
Gonna make me cry. Yeah.
is they are loved.
Okay.
Look at this. This is love, y'all.
This is love. I
You know what
love
I
that.
mean? Like
This is
every
great.
shoe you
This is a
wear,
great funeral right here. I mean, not a funeral. What do they call it?
every shoe,
Sermon.
every shoe you wear should go out like this.
Okay.
This
Thank you.
says,
I
I have
appreciate
been
you.
warned. I've been loved. I've been places.
Okay. All right. She's
You know?
good. Can we bury her in the backyard?
So there is
Oh.
no coming back. And it ain't no coming back.
Ain't no coming back.
And
What is
it
that?
ain't no coming
What movie is
back.
that? Was that? That's not Cosby Show, is it?
No, it's not.
Oh my God! What is that?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah. Go.
The Last Dragon.
Which part?
When they was in the movie theater.
Oh,
And,
with Shaun
and
and
he jumped on the radio, on the boom box.
There was. I think
he was
he was.
like, "It
I
ain't
think
no
he
coming
was.
back."
He was the actor in Cosby Show, wasn't he? We're
Was
gonna look
he?
that up. All right. After this, later when this is over, I'm gonna look that up.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because that's why I associated with Cosby Show.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I'm gonna look it up as soon as we're done.
All right, cool.
If I don't know, it's gonna be bad.
I
We're
mean,
cutting
it's,
this
it's
out
still
if
a
I'm
great.
wrong.
It's still a great
All right,
reference.
we're gonna
All
move
right.
on, but damn, Tia, you ain't have to do that publicly.
Listen.
Jeez.
We want to
All
make
right,
sure.
all right,
I
all
want you
right.
to commit.
I'm committed.
Like, unless you're gonna walk around with
We're jumping
one shoe.
timelines.
Okay.
Okay.
Timelines.
Next
Okay.
conversation, and it's somewhat relative to timelines. All right.
Okay.
This has to do with acknowledging timelines that we don't want. I want to see where you're at with that.
So good.
Okay, so remember we went to that vacation in Florida.
I know what you're gonna talk
Okay,
about.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna tell everyone for context.
Time, right?
So I remember. So most hotels, you can't check
Oh,
into.
yeah.
You can't check in the hotels normally till like 3:00, 4:00, especially in the touristy areas. That year we went, and I remember saying to your brother, because it was like 20 of us, and we had to move hotel. We had to get to the hotel for something, and I was like, "We're not gonna be able to check in."
Nope, that's what you said.
I said, "We're not checking in because you want to." We were supposed to arrive at the hotel at 11 a.m. I can understand maybe a 2 or a 1 o'clock. I mean, 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but your brother was trying to check us all in
Listen.
multiple hotel rooms at a touristy area at 11 a.m. And I said, it cannot be done. Cannot be done. And you challenged me. You was like, are you sure you want to say that? And I'm like, damn, I get to give up that story. All right. But I didn't completely give it up. I was like,
you held it.
it was more so like, all right, we'll test this. I won't
Okay.
completely hold it as true, but I'm not going to completely deny that this has been my experience.
Yeah.
Because your brother was like, that has not been my experience. My experience is I can get to a hotel and check in anytime.
Listen,
So his
favor.
quantum reality was completely different than every other hotel that I have ever experienced. Yay, even overseas. Well, no, I won't say overseas. In London, there are a couple of hotels I checked in early in the morning. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But in mostly hotels in the U.S. don't allow you to check in 11. At least in
That's
my
what
quantum
you
reality.
thought.
That's what I thought. We get there. We get to the hotel. 2 vanfuls. I'm like, even if they had one room, they ain't going to be able to fit everybody up in
Yeah,
this joint, right? They
yeah.
ain't going to have multiple rooms. Your brother goes to the desk and he's standing there
Listen.
very sure,
You
right?
gotta know.
No. First, actually, I went up to the counter and I was like,
Excuse me.
I was like, hey, would you happen to allow? And your brother pushed me to the side. He was like, move. We're here to check in. It was very assured. It was
Yeah.
like, we're checking. We're here to check in.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now part of me was inside like, we'll see. If
And
this
my
shit
brother a
work.
big man.
He is.
You know, he tall. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It was a
Listen,
pause. There
he
was
got
a
that
pause.
Capricorn energy. Yeah.
He stood tall for real,
Yeah.
literally and figuratively. And he was like, "We here to check in." And I was looking to the side like, "We'll see if this shit works."
Yeah.
She was a pause. She was like, Yes, we'll have you right away. And I'm like, oh
Okay.
shit. I dropped that belief.
Yeah.
So so the question is, what does it look like to not acknowledge the timeline that we don't want? Because the timeline that I really didn't want was the one that said that we could only check in at 4.
Mhm.
But there was the only one I was acknowledging. I did not acknowledge the other timeline. But once I did, the potential of it,
Yeah.
it became available to me. And
Yeah.
checking in at 11 o'clock now has become my reality. If I ever need to, then I have removed that limitation. And I'm guessing that's showing up in my world.
Nice.
Isn't that interesting?
That's beautiful.
So now
Yeah.
I want to talk about the conversation of rejecting the timelines we don't want. What does that
Yeah.
look like?
But even if I can go back, even the fact of sometimes how we argue the thing that we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you want to hold on to the belief that you can only check in at a certain, you know what I mean, at a specific
It's
time.
like ego based
Yeah, but it's
because your
like
ego
no, you
feels
actually
better.
want to be able
Right,
to check in early.
right, right,
But
right.
okay, going back to the
So
timelines.
yeah, so I mean, you and I have been there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
At least a good few years, honestly, we've been moving like that. Ever since that example, we've been more mindful
Yeah.
of
What do you want?
only acknowledging the timeline that we want, but then being mindful of the timelines that we don't.
Yeah,
So I've come to a place where I've been cutting off timelines that I don't want, and
absolutely.
and
I did it
so
today.
so many areas. Would you do it?
Um, it was raining outside. The storm had started and it was pretty heavy. And I was like, and I knew that Jeremiah was still out and it was late. And I was just like, he's always safe.
Mm-mm.
I was like, Jeremiah is
I love
safe.
that.
He's always safe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it was an assurity. And this the same assurity
Mm-hmm.
that Sean gave.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? It was an assurity like, no, I don't have to be
He
worried. And
good.
then you came in and you was just like, have you heard from Jay? And I was just like, no, call him. And he was
Mm-hmm.
just like, yeah, I'm on my way. I
Up the
got a
street.
haircut.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course. I don't expect anything different.
Yeah. I'm doing this, and that's a good one. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
come back to that. Um, I'm doing this in Pixel. Stop it. I'm doing this in a number of areas. And it's really interesting because other people who don't understand it are paying attention to the timelines that I have cut off. So
Mm-hmm.
again, for context, there's this scripture in Proverbs. I'm trying to remember it. It's like fire goes out for
Mm-hmm.
lack of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Fire goes out for lack of wood. So if I want the fire to go out, I don't even have to extinguish it.
Mm-hmm.
I could just stop putting wood on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been hitting me. That's been my
Yeah,
mantra
that's your
for the
attention.
past, yeah, like, so, right. So the fire would be your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want it to go out, or the thing where your attention is placed, just stop putting the wood on it. So
Mm-hmm.
actually the wood is the attention.
Yeah,
The fire is the thing that someone's focusing on.
yeah.
So it's like, if I
The
remove
situation.
whatever situation, whatever, if there's
Mm-hmm.
something I don't want, just remove the wood from it, remove the attention from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been very intentional about that.
Yeah.
News, you remember me how I used to be with news.
Oh my gosh.
Everything,
TMZ. Like
gossip.
soon as you wake up.
I don't want that stuff. I don't
Tabloids.
want anything that's divisive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me nothing about Democrat, Republican. I mean, I get it,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, it's just, and it's no
Don't give me no
judgment.
stereotypes.
Right,
Like,
no stereotypes. And no judgment. Let me say
yeah,
this.
no
No judgment to
judgment.
someone else who does. It's just I choose not to.
Yeah.
So like, I know I can't control other people, but
Mm-hmm.
I can control me, and I can control my attention. All
Mm-hmm.
right, cool. That's the basis for the conversation. Now we're gonna go a little bit deeper. So can I go high level? So I have a friend. It's very similar to what happened with you and what you were saying with Jeremiah today.
Yeah, okay.
I have someone who I care for very, very deeply, a good friend of mine, who recently had a family. Now this is going to be in reverse.
Okay.
I'll explain in a second. He had a family member who went missing
Mm-hmm.
for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
They finally found the family member
Mm-hmm.
and were grateful that the family member was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And but my friend called, and his conversation to me was a little bit more focused on what could have happened, the
Yeah.
timeline that he
Yeah.
didn't want. And
Yeah.
my thought is, and my admonition to him was, well, tell me what did happen. He's like, yeah, 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 but no, tell me what did happen.
Yeah.
And then and tell me, walk me through that again. Oh, and this happened. You think
Yeah.
that was random that
Look at
happened?
God,
That
you
person
know?
who came out of nowhere, and that person who did that, and that step right there. You mean that randomly happened? Okay, right, great. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, angels are working for me. Yes, they're working.
Absolutely.
Yes, they
They
are
out
working.
here.
So, do we even need to acknowledge in reverse the timeline that we didn't want?
It depends.
Okay.
If you're doing it from a space of praise, if you're doing it
Okay.
from a
Okay.
space
So your
of,
energy,
you know,
intention.
exactly. If I'm acknowledging all the things that could have happened and wow,
Okay.
I that didn't
I don't think it
happen.
was from that
I
perspective.
know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
So
when you
that's
can
so
look
that's
at
when you
it.
can absolutely. I dig
Yeah.
that. And when you're so as a Pisces, I was able to pick up that that was not their
No, the focus
energy.
is like
Fear.
how fear, like
Right.
that could have happened.
And
Oh
we don't
my
acknowledge
God.
fear.
Yeah, like oh my God, look at what could have happened.
Tia,
This could have been, you know.
you and I have done, T and I have done a lot of work and continue to do a lot of work in removing the wood from
Yeah.
conversation on fear. And I think that's why we don't
Yeah.
watch the news that much.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with fear, we just don't want it.
Even to the point of teaching, you know, our youngest, I am safe. You know what I mean? Like she has been last time I checked.
Yeah.
Really scared by noises, and so it's
We're
just
working
like,
with her.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're
am
working with her.
safe. You are
Yeah, she
always
she
safe.
she
Yeah.
defaults to saying it often. When you're not
Yeah.
around, you'd be very proud. Like I'll be with her, and she'll be like, "I am safe." And she
Awesome.
feels
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah.
It's like a
Breathe it
good
out.
reticular that she does.
Yeah, it's a check.
But yeah, but that conversation of fear is like with her, our little star seed, and with everyone. I feel if you don't feel fear, right, then it will not attract itself to you. A reason to attract itself to you.
So I think, I mean, because I want to honor fear. You know what I mean? It's a vibration that gets to be acknowledged. You know what I mean? But I think the acknowledgement is to say, hey, there's a fear here. Not to
Oh,
say
I love that.
be scared, but oh,
I feel that.
that change in your energy that says, oh, I'm scared.
Okay.
So you get to acknowledge being scared
You
about
know,
that
that's very
thing.
motherly of you.
You know, I can't, it's a part of
The
me.
cosmic mother,
Listen,
she loves to acknowledge the feelings, all of them,
yeah,
the entire
everybody
spectrum.
gets to shine.
Okay. Well, I'm over here like just remove the attention, cut this shit off. Like, I
You
don't
like
want it.
you gonna cast into a sea of forgetfulness? Like,
You're so
like
churchy, Tia. You're so freaking
listen, I
churchy.
mean,
This cast into the sea of forgiveness.
you know, you listen, you know, I was trying to throw a few things up in that sea, like, forget this guy.
I mean, we can continue on that because it's interesting all these conversations. Because look,
Yeah.
when we talk on the porch, the conversations are very random. But
It can go anywhere.
there's
It's
some
a
thread.
thread,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
It's
seeing
a
this
web.
thread.
We always say,
Yeah,
what's the web?
Yeah, I'm seeing the thread in the
Yeah.
web. All right, so here, let's say this, and this is completely random but not random.
Okay.
Okay, I believe that I can have a magnificent life doing what I choose to love, doing what I choose to
Absolutely.
do,
Yeah.
creatively.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. And
That's a
there are
fact.
timelines that I'm cutting off that do not line up with that.
Yeah, there's a few timelines I got.
I
You know,
got
I'm
more
like,
than
that
a
ain't
few.
even an
We're not
option.
doing that.
Like that thing doesn't exist.
And so with that, again, shout out to my business coach, Crystal. Oh, she's so dope. I love her.
Did
Because she's helping me. She's helping me with a lot of blocks in business and in life, which is just beautiful. Because
Yeah.
business is very spiritual. When you run a business, create a business, I think anything where you turn your attention to is spiritual. Period. Especially if you're going to turn there for long periods of time, whether it's church or running a business or work or.
Yeah.
Side note: we got to. I know we're going. Listen, on the porch. Also, we could just flow
And
with us.
hope we stay tethered.
Hope we come back. Okay, we're
Hope we
making a
stay
couple of
tethered.
jumps here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit.
See, look,
Forget it. No,
look.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna
Okay.
come back. I'm gonna come back to that
Okay,
conversation. Okay. My business coach, Crystal, she has this thing that she started where she's been making these quantum financial jumps
Nice.
by pretending as though she's Hillary Banks from Fresh Prince.
Absolutely.
By saying, "Daddy, I need $1,000." and it shows up. Lately, she's been calling me
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
Sean, remember I said this last night? Yo, this 10 G's just pulled up. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
It's been crazy. So I've been I'm gonna start playing with that.
Let's go.
Like
Let's do
father,
it.
mother, whoever,
Listen,
unicorn,
all of
anybody,
y'all.
everybody. Stars,
Everybody.
moon,
Look, this is a roll call.
elementals,
roll, roll
the
call.
spiders that we see that you've been
Roll
saving.
call to all.
That's a t-shirt. That's a
roll call.
t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
Shoot, like
Yeah,
everybody get
everybody.
this.
Everybody.
You
Yeah.
know?
So this is the roll call. I need $1,000. I need $10,000. I need
Listen.
$100,000. Just go.
Listen, you
Let's
know
just
what?
try it.
Yeah, let's,
That's
keep it coming.
a really
Residual.
good quantum jump right there.
I love that.
All right. Spiritual. I knew I had someone to talk about. Okay. Good. This wasn't even on the list. So I want to talk about spirituality for a second. All right. So another friend, deeply adore,
Okay.
really great person.
They all are.
They all are. Okay. So
Nothing less.
I don't even need to go in here, but
Okay.
regardless, he and I were talking about spirituality
Okay.
and what it means. And I was telling him how we're starting. You and I have started this group called Daughters of the Moon. Shout out to Daughters of the Moon. Y'all who want to go
Hey,
deeper, have
fam.
deeper conversation. Shout out to the daughters. I
Yeah.
was telling him about Daughters of the Moon and inviting him in. And he was saying, it sounds great. What are some of the things you guys do in the group? I'm like, we just meet, we chat, we do lives, we do full moon releases. There's an online community, blah blah blah. Breath work together, yoga. It's just
Yeah.
we do
Retreats.
everything together,
Everything.
right?
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, because I believe that if it's gonna be spiritual, then it's got to be hard. And I'm like, huh? Right. Okay. Right. So he's telling me about his experience
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He could tie that.
of going away for a week on a retreat where he had to do some really rugged stuff,
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
hard stuff, including, some stuff.
But I get that. You think about the Japanese kung fu flicks, you know what I mean? You got to go on the mountain, you got to, you know what I mean, be a slave for about 6 months, and then you really, Mr. Miyagi, you realize
Yeah,
after you've been pledged
this was
that you
I
get,
know I get the pledge. I get
yeah,
the pledge.
okay,
we know the pledge, you and I.
okay,
This was lower. And it was so low. I was like, they made you do that? I didn't say that to him, but in my head, I'm like, that does not sound right to me. And his belief, just like mine was with checking at 11 o'clock in the hotel, his belief was that spirituality for people who are vibrating at a higher frequency, they have to go through this. And right. So I didn't I
yeah,
acknowledge his
yeah.
belief, and I also held mine to be true, was that I don't believe that shit at all.
And see, that's the thing. And I think that's what it's really about. Like acknowledging, okay, that's your belief. That's your
That's your
spiritual walk.
timeline.
For you, maybe in this life, this is what you are meant to learn. You know what I mean? This is what you're meant to experience. As for me and my household,
Right. Yeah. There you go, churchy again.
you know what I mean? Like
There
I'm
you go,
good.
churchy again.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm good without
That's
the
a t-shirt.
struggle.
As for me and my household, I'm good. Isn't there something in the Bible say you can't be
Listen,
changing the scriptures? You
listen.
can't be changing
It's
stuff
all
to
the
you.
word, isn't
As
it?
for me and
It's
my household, we
words.
good.
It's words.
Nowhere does King James say that. I promise you.
Listen, Tia James.
Okay. All right. I'm
Shoot.
done. I'm done.
Come
I'm done.
on.
So, now for me, so you know what the word spiritual means?
Spirit, like in
Spirit. Yeah.
yeah,
What
of
does it mean?
spirit, like God
Okay.
of
All right.
not.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna give you the simple definition.
Okay.
The Hebrew original word for spirit is ruach.
Okay.
Rurach. It simply means breath or wind.
Come on now. Keep it simple.
So then to be spiritual is the act of breathing. the act of the breath. That's it. It's just every time you breathe, you're spiritual. There's no other requirement. There
Wow.
is no religion.
Let
You
all
don't
who
have to
have breath praise the
believe.
Lord, man.
Come,
Come on.
that's
I
good.
got him,
You got them
y'all.
for
I
days.
know my word. Okay.
Yo, remember my uncle, and he came to visit us the first year we were married. He started talking about the Holy Spirit. He's the wind.
Listen.
He's the Shama.
Listen. I was like, yo.
Like he's a pastor for context, but he was
Yo.
preaching to us in the living
I was
room.
like, you about to have me shouting up
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah. He's
here.
like, he's the wind. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, the Shama.
Yeah. I felt that. I
Yeah.
think I got teary eyed from
Yeah,
that
I think you
one.
did too. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that
year one of
was,
marriage. That was great.
yeah.
Good memories.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be spiritual is simply the act of breathing, the act of the
Wow.
breath, the act of wind. And so we, I think when we get spiritual, first of all, we believe that just because we're doing it our way means that everyone has to do it that way. And I
Yeah,
think we
nah.
made that mistake when we were, extreme Christians. It was like, this is the way and this is the only way. On some old Star
Yeah.
Wars, this is the
Even
way.
even though I still was like real Gemini with it, like, or
Oh,
not.
really?
Like I mean, and then that
Wow.
was my battle because I was just like, but I
Really?
see how
I never
that's
saw the
true. I
battle.
see, I mean,
Interesting.
I keep it well. I keep it well. But I mean, yeah, that was an internal battle because I'm like, well, you say in your word this. And that's the thing. Like, I would read a scripture and I would commit it to like, to feeling. And then I would hear something else and it would be like conflicting. And I'm like, no, but you said over here, this is it's this. And then you saying over here. And a lot of times it was the pastor's interpretation.
Exactly.
It wasn't even the text,
Everything is going to be
you
someone's
know?
interpretation, especially in any religion or in any in even in spiritual context. So I think a lot of times spiritual people, they kind of evolve and ascend through religion to the spiritual work of doing the inner work. And everyone has their own path. I have my own, and I'm not saying no judgment again, because I was that way too when I became super spiritual and kind of awakened.
It served a purpose.
It did. And until it didn't anymore, because my way don't have to be everyone's way. Your way is your way, your way is your
Yeah,
way. I believe, T and I believe, I'll say for me,
I do.
I believe that there are many paths and all of them lead back to the same source.
Listen, it's you know what I
Period.
mean. It's like
Period.
GPS. They like this one take 15 minutes. This one might take 20 minutes. This one might, but they all
Right.
lead into the
Same place.
same destination.
Yep. And directions are relative anyway.
I mean,
That's a whole nother conversation.
okay.
Okay. But yeah, so sliding back down the ladder, to be spiritual is just to be.
Nice.
That's it. And so when I listen to people tell me their definitions of what they, again, I believe, I hope let yours be true. And mine is a lot more simpler. Which one would you rather have?
Yo.
That's what it comes. I mean, like, it's not
Yeah.
an exchange. You could have a both and, but I
Yeah.
mean, how much is that both and serving you if part of you believes that you have to go through
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing
Pick a
with.
side.
Listen, we can move this conversation to money and finances.
Yeah.
Why do we
You
believe?
either poor or rich.
Well,
You know what I mean? In
more
terms
so,
of
I was more so thinking the belief that you have to struggle in order to be. I don't think that serves us anymore.
not me.
And I'm not even having well, shit, I'll go as far as to say humanity. And I can say that because I'm a Pisces, fourth house, which basically means
Yeah.
that
He be dreaming about
not just the
everybody.
dream, but I can feel
And
into the
it's
collective.
yeah. He can.
So I feel like it's time for the collective to rise there
Let's
in
go.
that space. But I know that belief starts within me, so I'm working on it here. I can't control everybody else, but
Nope.
I can control this. And if it's not that, then I turn my attention away from it.
That's what's up.
So that's kind of just where I am. All right, switching. You said you had something to talk about water. Water's dead.
Yeah, so I was watching TikTok and I believe you sent it to me. And it was about he was saying that water in the bottle or tap water or something like that was dead. And then you gave a charge of how to charge your water. And I do that. I charge my bath water, I charge everything. But I wanted to know your perspective in the water being dead
Yeah, I
because,
remember.
you know?
I when I saw that, I had that same
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I can see what he was saying. So this is a famous doctor. He had gone viral on TikTok. He had done this study by blasting electromagnetic energy to water to measure its receptivity to information both before, during, and after a full moon. He's done an extensive study in water, almost like Dr. Humat. Forget that doctor's name who studied water and showed us the water carries information. Very, very much like him. I think he was like a hydrologist. And so what he was saying in part of his discourse was that water that's moving, like from the spring where we would go to in God's acre, that's
Got
going to
you.
be alive.
Okay.
But then water that's still or water that's treated like the one in a faucet and you put fluoride in it, he was saying it's dead. So I don't, it's just me now. I don't believe anything is dead. Even dead stuff is alive.
And just in another form.
Right in another form. So, like, if we look at a tree that has no life force, it's still part of it is alive by merely the fact that it exists and I see it and I can interact with it. So, it's here. But it's not alive in the sense of kind of, I guess, having a life force energy.
Yeah.
So I can see what he was saying about bottled water because it's not moving. Even bottled water that's been not so much spring water, but purified water is quote unquote dead. I see what he's saying. He's saying that it contains less life than something with life
Okay.
force or that's moving.
Got you.
And my admonition after seeing that was to do a stitch where I was said, yes, I get that. That's true. And here's the hack. You can actually speak to the water and charge it. You know, hell, even before we go to charging it, do you remember the study I showed you from Google where they had the two plants? It's in the Google office
Oh
even now.
yeah.
You can
Speaking life.
Google it.
Speaking
They
life
have two
to
plants in the Google office in their headquarters in Seattle, Washington. And every day that someone comes in and passes the plant, you speak some negative to one,
and
and
a
you speak life to
compliment.
the other. And I think they changed the old one out every month because you can see it. It's like I think they have live shots of it where it dies. Like it dies over a month and they have to replace it. But the other one where you speak life to it, it's right. It's constantly, consistently living
Yeah.
and doing well. Just like you can do that with a plant. Dr. Emoto, I think he said, I think I'm trying to remember his last name. I think he did the study with water carrying information very similarly, where you can speak to water and it holds the information and it carries it wherever it goes. So, by nature, if you're holding a water bottle and you think in your head like it's dead or something, you can speak life to it. You can say, you know, I speak life to you, or I
Yeah.
love you,
Yeah.
or something positive, and that charges it. Now, I gave a specific affirmation to charge. You can go to Daughters of the Moon,
Yeah.
daughtersofthemoon.so if you want to sign up. No, actually, I'm wrong. You have to go out to our Daughters of the Moon on Substack. As soon as you subscribe to our Daughters of the Moon on Substack, you will have access to all of our articles, our private articles, but then we'll also send you a private invite to our Daughters of the Moon exclusive community for the woo
Community.
woo people.
Woo woo.
Those of you guys who would consider yourselves the Lulu, y'all want to talk about this moon magic and some of these deeper conversations. We go
Yeah.
even deeper than this. Yeah, subscribe to Daughters of the Moon. So there's an
Yeah.
esoteric affirmation that I gave in there that people
Yeah.
can utilize to charge their water. But even if you didn't have that, you can just charge it with love and happiness. So
Yeah.
that's my perspective. What do you think?
I mean, my perspective is water is always moving.
Oh, shit, here she go.
You know what I mean? If you think about water evaporates. If you leave a bowl of water
That's
out,
yeah.
it
Okay.
evaporates
Yeah.
and it goes into
That
the
lands.
air. It's always moving.
That lands. Yeah, that lands. I mean, well, if
So,
that's the case, atoms and molecules are always moving. Even if
hello.
something is still, it's still in
Exactly.
movement.
And we know that things don't die, they just change
They
form.
change form. All right, all right. So there
That's
you
my
go. That's
perspective.
the Gemini.
That's my
T
perspective.
is Moon and Gemini. Always don't say nothing around her.
Listen, every
I have learned to check myself when I have conversations with you because you will change your perspective in a minute.
you know what? I just I want everyone to be heard. I believe that's my life's work. You
Absolutely,
know what I mean? Whether
absolutely.
you're a water drop or a child,
Facts, facts,
you know,
facts, facts.
Everybody gets to be heard.
Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? We got a little bit more time. Okay, so there is one more deep conversation, real quick. Um, Bashar, I don't even think. Yeah, I haven't talked to you about this, so this is gonna be fun. I haven't talked to you about most of the stuff,
None of
but
this.
Bashar had a really good something. Something came across one of my timelines of his. He was saying he was talking about space and time. Okay, you ready? We're about to go deep, just a little deep. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
I feel like I know where you're going, but
So
good.
he was saying that space is not outside of an object.
Okay.
Spa-
Let me
I didn't go anywhere yet. We
wait.
didn't do anything.
You know
Just let
how.
me talk.
Let me
Just
just.
let me
Okay,
talk
I'm this.
before.
Let me get ready. Okay, go ahead. I got it.
Just flow with me.
Got you.
I'll. The spaces where you're stuck, I got you.
Okay.
I'm gonna circle back around.
All right.
He was
Cool.
saying space is not outside of an object; it's inside of it.
Okay.
Time and space is not outside of an object; it's inside of it.
Okay.
Okay, so take this beautiful rose quartz right here. Okay, now if this rose quartz is sitting right here, we think that this exists right here in this space, this latitude and longitude. He's saying that space is not outside of it; it's inside of it.
Okay.
Okay, and here's why he's saying that. Let's say that this is again right here. If I had tools to measure its, I don't know if it was electromagnetic frequency,
Frequency.
but the frequency of it relative to where it's located right here. And let's say it tells me, the vibration of it or the frequency of it is 111.
Okay.
And I move this over here and I use a different spectrograph or whatever to measure its vibrational frequency and space. It would tell me that it's at 888 because
Okay.
I moved it.
Okay.
This would be 999. Okay.
Okay.
Now if I move it back over here to 111,
Okay.
if I wanted it to go over there to 888, all I would have to do is blast it with frequencies
Okay.
of 888 and it would either slide there or find itself
Got you.
immediately there.
Okay. Okay. It's
That
magnetic.
right. But
Okay.
it's not so much right. So magnetic if it slid there, but he said there are two possibilities. It would either slide to that to that space where
Okay.
888 is, where it exists as 888, or it would immediately find itself there.
Okay. I got that.
That's because space is not outside of it. I knew you was going to get
I
it.
got it.
The space is not outside of it, it's inside of it. Just like it's
Nice.
inside of a person wherever they go. Time and space is not
Nice.
outside of them, it's inside of them. So let's put this in some context.
Okay.
If I wanted to make a jump to, say, multi-million dollar Sean, okay, all I have to do is flood myself where I am with the vibrations of who I am at that frequency of myself where I already exist, where the time and space exists within myself,
Yeah.
and just flood myself with those frequencies. So, is Sean Adams at that frequency?
So
I knew he was gonna love that.
That's
Is Sean
so
Adams at that
good.
frequency wearing the shoes that he was wearing just now?
I hope not.
He's not.
Yeah.
When you're the multi-millionaire, I mean,
mean,
even your shoes is.
I assume.
I think that the version of Sean who's a son of Pisces, I'm not saying for
Gotcha.
everyone. I'm saying for
Gotcha.
Sean
For
Adams.
Sean.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know who
Yeah.
yours is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean who's a moon and Pisces, moon and Virgo.
He ain't wearing no shoes.
He's not wearing those shoes
No.
at that frequency, right? So I'm moving myself closer by getting rid of those.
Nice.
Sean at that vibration, wherever that Sean exists, the multimillionaire. He is multimillionaire. He
Yeah.
is. He's definitely doing. He's grounding.
Yeah.
He's doing affirmations.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Drawing myself. So
Yeah.
flooding oneself with the frequencies of who I am in that time and space that I do want to draw
yeah.
my attention to,
Yeah.
where I am putting my wood on the fire,
Yeah.
should either instantaneously put me there or minimally begin drawing me there because time and space is inside of me, not outside of me.
That's so good.
Good. It's clear. You feel like you got
Yeah.
a lot. You got
That's so
something?
good. Yeah. Because it's like, I mean, this is another explanation of focus and the law of focus and the law of, setting attention, and literally the reason why you're able to be attracted to that version of Shaun is because that version of Shaun already
Exists.
exists. You know what I mean? Like when you move this rose quartz, it was like the reason why I was able to go back to 888 is because it had been at 888. You know what I mean? So even if you moved it back, it remembers 888
It
just
knows.
the way
Yep.
you remember that version of Shaun, even though that Shaun haven't happened yet.
Sean has happened, and I'm joining myself to that version of that Sean
Yeah,
where
yeah,
that Sean is currently happening
yeah. Nice.
because all time and space
Is
is
it on top of each
simultaneous.
other? Yeah.
So, again, going back for context, from what I have studied from different books about the origins of time and space, the inner world has always existed. That's eternal. I'm talking about time and space where everything has form right now.
Yeah.
In the beginning, Source, God split itself.
Just
The
catch up.
universe split
Yeah,
itself,
yeah.
right? And in that 1 second, where beyond light speed, it when it shot out from itself, or one perspective, or it's imploded within itself, or either or, it completed its
Meaning.
journey in the same instant that it started it.
Yeah.
So the circle went around
It is
instantaneously.
finished.
It went so
Yeah.
fast that we're still catching up to it. So do you know that and all scientists know this, but I don't know if we learned this in school. At least I don't remember learning this. When we look up at the stars, we're not looking up at them as in the sense of, it's in the now moment. When we look up at the stars, we're looking up at the stars behind us because we're still catching up to the light. So ask any scientist, they would tell you that star, yeah, that's, we just started seeing that. That's, 3.7 billion years old, or we just saw this new star. This exploded in amount of years ago. It's actually, when we look up at the stars, it's actually behind us, all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is behind us. It's not
Yeah.
actually forward. And if you want to go deeper, time used to actually go backwards, or not time. We used to count the years backwards.
Like BC,
Right, like
AD,
right.
BC.
Even before BC, we would actually go like downwards. It's only recently that we started going up.
Wow.
It
Yeah.
makes sense that we would go backwards because when we look up at the stars, it's backwards because and backwards meaning it's behind us because we're still catching up to the light. It went so fast.
Yeah.
It completed
Yeah.
its journey, and we're just so
Catch up.
right.
Yeah.
So I said
Yeah.
all that to say everything. Oh, this is nice, Spirit. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It all see. We told
Yeah.
y'all that was
Yeah.
dope. That
Yeah.
was dope. That was dope. Everything. That's where we started the conversation
Yeah.
on the movie.
That's what we started.
Everything, everywhere, all at once exists simultaneously because it's already been done. There is already a version of
That's
you
that's
that's
Bible
falling
right
out.
there. That's Bible.
We'll go
That's
deeper.
Bible.
There's a version of you that okay. There's a version of you. I don't want to say.
I'm like, what are you
No, no,
talking
no.
about?
It's not bad because I don't want to say because I'm not even sure if I want to. I don't even think I want to acknowledge it.
All right, put it back.
Yeah, put it back.
Put it back.
I was talking about like a lower vibrational. So everyone has, I think, this low place which they think they could go. Like if the shit just everything just dropped out the floor and just everything just went horrible.
That has a limit.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone has their limit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not even acknowledging the limits.
Hello.
Fuck that. Sorry. I'm not even acknowledging the negative limits of what
Got you.
negatively
Got you.
could have happened.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying with my friend. Like
Yeah,
I'm not acknowledging not even the potential
the
that
limit
that
is-
could that negative happen. I mean
Yeah.
that negative timeline could exist.
Yeah, you know how we
Nope.
say those kind of problems.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So either way,
anyway.
there are all different versions of you, all different versions of me, of every atom, of every molecule. And you can go to that version because it's real, because the destination has already been completed.
Yeah.
The journey's already been done. It's
Yeah.
not even a question of if, it's a matter of when. And
Yeah.
that when is determined by how long we can keep our attention upon that goal or upon that thing that we want to focus on, because
Yeah.
everything exists everywhere
once.
all at once.
All at
Well,
once.
I think this
That
is a
was
good place to
fun.
end.
That was fun.
That was great. I did not see
That
that
was
coming.
fun.
That was really
I
fun.
hope y'all enjoyed it. That was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Listen, this is
enjoyed
what
it.
happens on the porch. You have any offerings you want to share with the people real quick before we go?
We could talk about this little book right
Oh,
here.
what's that?
This
What
is
is that?
Rainbow
Tell us
Lullaby.
about it.
This is my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Literally about my babies. You know what I
That's
mean? And we
very
got
nice. Can you read one of them?
affirmations. Of
I am
course.
mindful.
I am grounded.
Beautiful.
Magenta.
What age would you say
Yeah.
this would be
And
for?
look who is this?
That's me.
That's
That's
you.
that's the woods in
East
at East
Brunswick.
Brunswick. Yeah.
Yeah. We was
Beautiful.
walking through the
I remember
woods.
that.
That
That's
was
really
so
cool.
awesome. That was such a beautiful moment. I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I gotta get
I was
that.
glad you captured that.
Absolutely.
So where can we
But
get this book?
yeah, Amazon, Barnes and
And of
Noble,
course,
wherever books are
of
sold.
course, you just don't write books. You're very intentional. They're mindful.
Absolutely, everything. I mean, I
It's a
have another
mindful
one.
book.
We don't have it out, but I am not an orange.
I'm not
You know what
orange.
I
Where can we
mean?
get that one
She's
from?
zenned out.
Where can we get that?
All places where books are
And of
sold.
course, who better than to write
Amazon.
a children's book than someone with 26 years of experience teaching?
Listen, a long time,
Not just
y'all.
teaching, but teaching special ed?
A long time, y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one
Yes.
alone.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
also co-wrote something with
I
your
did. I
husband here called
did.
Porch Talks.
Yes.
11 conversations to awaken the Christ within.
Porch
With
talks. This is what we do.
did I know
This
that
is
was
what
gonna
we.
happen? Porch Talks, 11 conversations to awaken the Christ within without losing the faith you love.
Yeah.
We have a deeper conversation about this. We'll have a Porch Talk just
Yeah.
about this. This is a really great book if you are evolving through Christianity,
Awakening. Oh,
awakening in
awakening.
Christianity, and you're looking for you have some questions.
Yeah.
This
How
book
does
might be
this
it.
fit? Like, I'm not trying to get rid of all of my religion.
Right. I'm not trying to get rid of Jesus. You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You
We
don't
tell
have
you
to.
where it's at.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like
All of
it's
it.
all one, y'all.
Yeah.
It's all one.
From within, I give myself permission to believe that healing is possible for me. And then we
Listen.
have a whole chapter in here about how Tia and I heal from our own dark night of the soul.
Yeah.
Get it on Amazon. Porch Talks,
Yeah.
y'all.
We got other books, y'all. Check it out.
All right. This has been fun. We'll have more conversations on the next Porch Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed episode
Yeah.
2. Anything else you want to say? You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you, babe. You do too.
I like your shirt.
I like yours too. Merch.
We're not going to do it to him. We're not going to do it to him. All right, you guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, I have mine. Cheers.
Cheers. Love you.